welcome to another episode of Sebastian's Hits. Today we'll be checking out what I got during the Vinegar Syndrome mid-year sale. So without further ado, let's get started. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. To grab any shipping notification items here. Looks like I just have some paper. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side here and then pull everything out one by one. Alright, so the first thing that we have here on the top is the Rudy Ray Moore, the Films of Rudy Ray Moore box that I got. And the main reason why I got this is so that I can put all my Rudy Ray Moore movies in there. So I've watched Dolomite and The Human Tornado. I have not watched P.D. Wheatstraw or Disco Godfather yet, but I'm very excited to. So let's go ahead and pop these guys in there, and there we go. All right. Awesome. Next, what we have here is I have Demon Wind, and that's one of the very first Vinegar Syndrome releases there. Picked that up. Very excited to check that out. Picked up The Bees, which was one of also their very first releases that they just put a brand new slipcover on. So this is the slipcover for The Bees. Awesome. Next is my slipcover for Hobgoblins, because this was the second slipcover that they offered. I already own a copy of Hobgoblins. So let's go ahead and dress this guy up. Alright. Very cool. And this is what I'm really excited for. I actually saw this movie as a kid back in the day. This is a full-on deluxe edition of Cloak and Dagger. It's one of their fancy magnet ones. Opens up like this. As you can see, it's all Atari themed. Has the little Vinegar Syndrome price sticker on top there. Here's the booklet for it. And here is the 4K Blu-ray. Awesome, very cool stuff. Very excited to check that out. I have not watched this since I've been a kid, so seeing it in glorious 4K is going to be super awesome. Love the artwork and everything for it. And the next one we have is Demonoid. I just want to make sure, yeah, they're in a bikini. I know some of these cover arts are a little TOS non-YouTube friendly, but this one, they are covered up. Again, one of the older Vinegar Syndrome releases, and that's why I wanted to pick it up. All right, moving on. So next we have Battle of the Lost Planet, which also includes Mutant War. Nice little double feature there. Next one we have is already out of print. Granted, there will be a standard release of it, but I did also pick up. Sorry, I had to make an edit there. Realized that there was some suggestive things on the back cover of Thriller there. So I went ahead and edited that out. I apologize if you wanted to check more of that out, but definitely check it out online if you would like. Next, what we have is the Severed Arm. I got the slipcover release of that. Next we have is Bloodhook. Again, one of the first Vinegar Syndrome titles. Nice, awesome trauma film that I do own on DVD that I can now finally upgrade to Blu-ray. So I'm really excited for that. Alright. So next up, we have is Blood Harvest. Next one is a Dario Gentle film, Trauma. This is the full Italian slipcover. Very cool to almost get a complete Dario Gentle collection. It's getting very, very close to having that be full possibility. Next one we have is Scared to Death. Again, I won't be showing the back slipcover. Next we have here is Ticks. And this is the 4K release of Ticks here. If anyone remembers back in the Blockbuster days, the good old VHS cover of Ticks. And this is the full 4K release. I love these Vinegar Syndrome slip cases and covers that they do. Next we have here is Dead Heat. Awesome little back cover there. Again, another classic film from when I watched as a teenager, getting into genre films. The whole one of the cops dies and becomes a zombie. Then it becomes a buddy cop movie, but the shenanigans of one of them being a zombie, of course. Next we have is the Corpse Grinders. Classic cover art there. From 1971, classic film. Again, one of the first Vinegar Syndrome titles, hence why I decided to pick it up. Alright. Next we have here is the Suckling, and if anyone watched one of the more recent Red Letter Media videos, they know all about the Suckling. Let's just say, especially right now, it's a very film of its time. Next we have here is the Cellar. This is the slip-covered version. Next we have is Beware Children at Play, another trauma film, one of the most notorious ones. Pretty decently boring up until the absolutely ludicrous finale. You can have some glimpses there of that. Let's just say it's a very, very interesting film, but for that trauma upgrade, you gotta get it. Next is another film from my childhood that I absolutely loved, Drop Dead Fred. One of those awkward PG-13 films where totally could be for adults, but was marketed to kids. Just a movie about a girl and her imaginary friend. I mean, that's literally the gist of it, and the shenanigans that occur. One of my favorites. Next is an upgrade. I do own the Blu-ray of it. This is the 4K slipcover of Madman. So this will be a nice upgrade from the Blu-ray that I own. Next is The House of the Dead. Another classic film. Just completing out that Vinegar Syndrome library. And our last stack here. To complete my Joe Spinell filmography collection, The Undertaker, which I would love to get the slipcover for. It is one of the coolest slipcovers for a boutique Blu-ray, I think. The way it's designed and everything with this original Blu-ray, it's wonderful. Next here we have Voyage of the Rock Aliens. I personally have not seen this one, so I'm definitely excited to check it out. Story of a guy, a girl, an alien, and the one night they will always remember. It's on the same wavelength as Rocky Horror, Shock Treatment, Phantom of the Paradise. I am down. Alright, next up here we have the double feature of Stanley. You know, just a guy and his killer rattlesnake, and Horror High. Nice little double feature there. Next we have here is Raw Force. Another Vinegar Syndrome classic that I absolutely love the fact that I now finally own. Nothing TOS in there. And then last but not least is the wonderful limited edition deluxe version of Miami Connection. There you go, there's that classic poster art there. Full 4K. Very exciting. Alright. Well, thank you so much for watching the video for today. I hope you enjoyed having me go through my Vinegar Syndrome mid-year sale order. I'm definitely excited to check everything out, get some upgrades in. So if you could, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, catch you on the next one. Thanks.